The night sky above the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico erupted with an otherworldly symphony of radio waves. Dr. Alara Chin, her dark eyes wide with excitement, leaned closer to her computer screen, her fingers flying across the keyboard as she attempted to make sense of the unprecedented signal. "This can't be right," she muttered, pushing a strand of jet-black hair behind her ear. The 32-year-old quantum physicist had dedicated her life to searching for extraterrestrial intelligence, but nothing had prepared her for this moment. The signal was unlike anything ever recorded. It pulsed with a rhythm that defied conventional physics, its frequency shifting in patterns that hinted at an intelligence far beyond human comprehension. As Alara worked tirelessly to decode the message, her colleagues gathered around, their faces a mix of awe and apprehension. Hours turned into days as the world's leading scientists joined forces to unravel the cosmic enigma. Alara barely slept, subsisting on a diet of coffee and determination. It was during one of these caffeine-fueled sessions that she had her breakthrough. "It's a primer," she exclaimed, her voice hoarse from exhaustion. "They're teaching us how to communicate with them." The revelation sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Governments worldwide scrambled to respond, and within weeks, a reply was sent into the depths of space. The wait for a response was agonizing, but mercifully short. Exactly 1 month after Earth's reply, the skies lit up with the arrival of the Galactic Consortium. Massive ships, each the size of a small city, took up positions around the planet. Panic gripped the population, but the aliens were quick to assure humanity of their peaceful intentions. Representatives from the consortium, beings of various shapes and sizes, all sharing a silvery sheen to their skin, landed in major cities across the globe. Their message was one of unity and progress. Humanity was being offered a place among the stars. Dr. Alara Chin found herself at the forefront of this historic moment as one of the key figures in decoding the initial messages. She was chosen to be part of the first human delegation to meet with the consortium's leadership. The meeting took place aboard the flagship of the alien fleet, a vessel that seemed to defy the laws of physics. As Alara stepped onto the ship, she felt a strange tingling sensation, as if every atom in her body was singing in harmony with the alien technology. The consortium's High Council, a group of beings that appeared to be made of living crystal, greeted the human delegation. Their leader, a towering figure named Zix, spoke directly into their minds. "Welcome, children of Earth," Zix's thoughts reverberated in their consciousness. "We have watched your species for millennia, waiting for the right moment to make contact. Your recent advancements in quantum physics have proven that you are ready to join the galactic community." Alara couldn't contain her curiosity. "How did you know about our quantum research?" she asked, her voice filled with a mix of excitement and suspicion. Zix's crystalline form shimmered, a gesture that might have been amusement. "Your planet pulses with a unique quantum signature, Dr. Chin. It is this very uniqueness that has brought us here." As the meeting progressed, the consortium outlined their proposal. They offered to share advanced technology, cure diseases, and help solve Earth's environmental crisis. In return, they asked for access to Earth's quantum researchers and permission to conduct experiments on the planet. The offers seemed too good to be true, and Alara's scientific instincts were on high alert. Something about the way Zix spoke of Earth's quantum signature felt off, as if there was more to the story than they were letting on. As the human delegation prepared to return to Earth, Alara lingered behind, her keen eyes scanning the alien technology surrounding her. In a moment of distraction from their hosts, she managed to discreetly scan one of the ship's control panels with a device of her own design. Back on Earth, as world leaders debated the consortium's offer, Alara sequestered herself in her lab, poring over the data she had gathered. What she discovered sent a chill down her spine. The alien technology was not just advanced, it was specifically designed to interact with Earth's unique quantum field. But more than that, it seemed to be siphoning energy from it like a parasite feeding off its host. As dawn broke over the Arecibo Observatory, Alara emerged from her lab, her face pale but determined. She knew that humanity stood on the brink of either its greatest advancement or its ultimate downfall. The consortium's true motives were still shrouded in mystery, but one thing was clear: Earth's quantum properties were far more significant than anyone had ever imagined. With trembling hands, Alara reached for her phone. She had to warn the world leaders before it was too late. As she dialed, she gazed out at the alien ships hovering in the sky, their presence both magnificent and menacing. The battle for Earth's future was about to begin, and Alara Chin found herself at the very heart of it. Little did she know her quantum research was about to become humanity's greatest weapon in the fight for survival. Dr. Alara Chin's warnings spread like wildfire through the upper echelons of global leadership. Within hours, she found herself whisked away to a secure underground facility, surrounded by the world's top scientists and military strategists. Dr. Chin, you're telling us that these aliens are what, exactly? General Maria Hawthorne, a stern-faced woman with steel-gray hair, leaned forward, her eyes sharp with concern. Alara took a deep breath, steadying herself. It's more complicated than that, General. The consortium isn't just interested in our energy, they're after something far more fundamental, our planet's unique quantum properties. The room erupted into murmurs of confusion and disbelief. Alara launched into an explanation, her hands moving animatedly as she spoke. Every planet has its own quantum signature, like a fingerprint, but Earth's is special. Our planet exists in a state of quantum superposition on a macroscopic scale. It's why our technology has developed the way it has, why life here evolved as it did, and it's why the consortium is really here. As understanding dawned on the faces around her, Alara continued. The data I gathered from their ship suggests they're not just observing our quantum field, they're trying to harness it to replicate it. If they succeed, they could reshape reality itself. The implications were staggering. If the consortium gained control over Earth's quantum properties, they would wield power beyond imagination. The fate of not just Earth, but potentially the entire universe, hung in the balance. While world leaders grappled with this revelation, the consortium grew impatient. Their ships, once stationary, began to move into more aggressive formations. The facade of friendly visitors began to crack. Zix, the crystalline leader of the consortium, requested an audience with Earth's representatives. The meeting, broadcast globally, would forever change the course of human history. People of Earth, Zix's telepathic voice boomed. We have been patient, but our patience has limits. Your planet holds the key to universal domination, and we will have it. Surrender your world to us or face annihilation. The threat hung in the air like a toxic cloud. Humanity, faced with extinction, did what it had always done in times of crisis. It fought back. Nations united against the common threat. Dr. Chen and her team worked tirelessly to unlock the secrets of Earth's quantum nature. They knew that understanding and harnessing this power was humanity's only hope. In her lab, deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Alara had a breakthrough. She discovered that Earth's quantum field could be manipulated, amplified, and even weaponized. The key lay in a device she called the quantum resonator. It's like a tuning fork for reality, she explained to her team, her eyes gleaming with excitement. If we can match the resonant frequency of Earth's quantum field, we can create ripples in the fabric of space-time itself. But building the resonator was only half the battle. To power it, they needed an energy source unlike anything ever created. The solution came from an unexpected quarter: nuclear fusion. Dr. Hiroshi Tanaka, a brilliant nuclear physicist, proposed a daring plan. We'll use the quantum field to stabilize the fusion reaction, he said, his voice quiet but filled with conviction. It's risky, but if it works, we'll have unlimited clean energy to power the resonator. As Alara and Hiroshi's teams raced against time, the situation above ground grew dire. The consortium's true nature became apparent as they launched attacks on Earth cities with weapons that defied conventional physics. Buildings phased in and out of existence. People were teleported into the vacuum of space, and entire regions were trapped in time loops. Humanity fought back with everything it had. Conventional weapons proved useless against the advanced alien technology, but human ingenuity and determination shone through. Guerrilla tactics, improvised weapons, and sheer force of will allowed pockets of resistance to hold out against overwhelming odds. In orbit, Earth's fledgling space forces engaged in desperate battles against the consortium's fleet. Human pilots, though outgunned and outmaneuvered, displayed courage and skill that caught the aliens off guard. More than one consortium ship fell to the relentless assault of humanity's defenders. But it wasn't enough. With each passing day, more of Earth fell under alien control, and hope began to fade. In her underground lab, Alara worked with feverish intensity. The prototype quantum resonator hummed with potential, its inner workings a marvel of advanced circuitry and exotic materials. Beside it, Hiroshi's fusion reactor pulsed with barely contained power. As the final adjustments were made, Alara took a moment to reflect on the task at hand. We're about to change everything, she said, her voice steady despite the fear gnawing at her insides. The resonator was ready. With a deep breath, Alara activated the device. The air crackled with energy as the quantum resonator came to life. It resonated with Earth's quantum field, sending out pulses of energy that rippled through space-time. The effect was immediate and dramatic. The alien ships began to falter, their advanced technology struggling to cope with the resonant waves emanating from Earth. Zix, aboard the flagship, was thrown into disarray. What is this? The crystalline leader's thoughts echoed in the minds of the remaining consortium forces. The resonance is disrupting our systems. The tide of battle turned. Earth's forces launched a final, coordinated assault. The consortium ships, now vulnerable, were systematically disabled. With the alien fleet in disarray and their ground forces retreating, humanity began to reclaim its world. The final confrontation came on the shores of Lake Titicaca. Alara, Hiroshi, and their team had tracked down Zix's flagship, which was grounded and heavily damaged. With a quantum resonator in tow, they made their way through the wreckage. Zix awaited them, his crystalline form dimmed by the energy fluctuations. You have won this battle, but you will not win the war. Zix's thoughts were a blend of anger and grudging respect. The quantum field is ours to control. We will return. Alara faced the alien leader, her eyes resolute. You underestimated humanity's will to survive. We've learned from this encounter, and we will be ready if you come back. As the remnants of the consortium fleet limped away, Earth began the long process of recovery. The damage was extensive, but humanity had prevailed. The quantum resonator remained operational, a symbol of human resilience and ingenuity. The consortium's threat was not eliminated, but the battle had proven that Earth was not to be underestimated. In the months that followed, Dr. Alara Chen became a symbol of hope and perseverance. She and her team continued to study the quantum field, preparing for any future threats. Humanity, scarred but unbowed, faced the future with a renewed sense of purpose. The stars had opened up to them, and they were ready to explore, to learn, and to defend their world against any who would seek to take it from them. The cosmic conundrum had not only tested humanity's limits, but had also shown that, in the vast expanse of the universe, Earth was not alone, and that the strength of the human spirit could defy even the most formidable of foes. Months after the decisive battle with the galactic consortium, Earth was slowly rebuilding. Cities that had been reduced to rubble were gradually rising from the ashes, and technology from the consortium was being reverse-engineered to advance human capabilities. Dr. Alara Chen, now a prominent figure in global science and diplomacy, continued her work on the quantum resonator. The device had proven instrumental in turning the tide, but its full potential remained untapped. One evening, as Alara worked late in her lab, a familiar chill swept through the room, a sign that something was about to shift. The quantum resonator, which had been in a state of low power since the consortium's defeat, began to hum softly. Alara's eyes widened in recognition. The resonator was picking up a signal, but it was different from the previous one. Alara, Hiroshi Tanaka's voice crackled through the intercom. We are receiving an encrypted transmission from deep space. It's using the same quantum signature as the consortium's, but the pattern is different. Alara's heart raced. Patch it through to my console. I want to see this. The screen flickered, revealing a series of cryptic symbols and mathematical equations. Alara's fingers flew over the keyboard, decoding the message. As the translation became clearer, her eyes widened in disbelief. The message was from an entirely new civilization, one that claimed to have been monitoring the conflict between Earth and the consortium. The message was signed by the elders of the Elysian Cluster, a coalition of advanced races that had long acted as neutral peacekeepers in the galaxy. They expressed concern over the consortium's aggressive expansion and offered to assist humanity in understanding and managing their newfound quantum abilities. I've never heard of these elders before, Hiroshi said, joining Alara in the lab. What do they want from us? Alara read the message again, her mind racing. It seems they want to establish a dialogue. They're offering knowledge and guidance on how to harness and stabilize the quantum field we've uncovered. They believe that understanding this knowledge could prevent future conflicts and enhance our own capabilities. The implications were staggering. If the elders were genuine, they could provide humanity with insights and technology that would propel them into a new era. Alara and Hiroshi coordinated with global leaders to organize a meeting with the elders. The rendezvous took place aboard a colossal vessel, far beyond the reach of Earth's atmosphere. As Alara and her team boarded the alien craft, they were greeted by beings of ethereal beauty, shimmering with a soft, golden light. The elders were unlike any of the consortium's members, elegant and serene. Their presence exuded a calming aura. The leader of the elders, a being named Seraphis, communicated with the delegation telepathically. Welcome, emissaries of Earth. We have watched your species with great interest and concern. The consortium's aggression has disrupted the cosmic balance. We wish to offer our support to help you navigate this new reality. Ilara nodded, trying to absorb the weight of the moment. We are honored by your offer, Seraphis. What can you teach us about the quantum field? Seraphis's thoughts flowed gently into their minds. The quantum field is the fabric of reality itself, a nexus where all possibilities converge. We will share our understanding of it, but be mindful, this knowledge is powerful and must be wielded with great care. Over the following weeks, the elders provided humanity with unparalleled insights into quantum mechanics, opening new avenues of research and innovation. Earth scientists, guided by the elders, made breakthroughs that seemed straight out of science fiction. Quantum computing advanced exponentially, allowing for instantaneous communication across vast distances. New energy sources were developed, leading to a renaissance in sustainable technology. One of the most profound advancements was the development of the quantum nexus, a device that allowed for controlled manipulation of spacetime. This technology promised to revolutionize space travel, enabling humanity to explore distant galaxies and potentially connect with other civilizations. Ilara led a team that worked on integrating the quantum nexus into a prototype starship. As they prepared for the first test flight, she couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and trepidation. The stakes were high, and the galaxy was still fraught with uncertainties. The day of the maiden voyage arrived. The starship, christened the Odyssey, stood ready on the launch pad. Ilara, Hiroshi, and a select crew were on board, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of the ship's controls. Ready for launch? Ilara asked, her voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. Hiroshi, seated at the ship's engineering station, nodded. Ready as we'll ever be. As the countdown began, the crew took their positions. The quantum nexus powered up, emitting a pulse of energy that enveloped the Odyssey. The ship's systems hummed to life, and the sensation of leaving Earth's atmosphere was both exhilarating and disorienting. The moment of truth arrived as the ship engaged the nexus. The familiar stars outside the viewport began to stretch and warp, a surreal experience that felt like traveling through a tunnel of shimmering light. In an instant, the Odyssey emerged into a distant part of the galaxy, the vast expanse of space now visible in all its splendor. Mission accomplished, Ilara said, her voice tinged with awe. We've successfully made the leap. The crew's elation was palpable, but Ilara knew this was just the beginning. The galaxy was vast and filled with unknowns. The Odyssey's journey would chart a course for new discoveries and encounters, but the knowledge gained from the elders would guide them. As the Odyssey set course for its first exploratory mission, Ilara looked out at the stars, a sense of wonder and determination filling her heart. Humanity had faced unprecedented challenges and emerged stronger, with new allies and tools at their disposal. The future was uncertain, but it was theirs to shape. In the quiet of her cabin, Ilara reflected on the journey that had brought her here, from the discovery of the alien signal to the pivotal battles and the alliance with the elders. The quantum conundrum had been a test of humanity's resilience and ingenuity, and it had revealed the boundless potential that lay ahead. As the Odyssey sailed into the cosmos, Ilara Chen embraced the unknown with open arms. The galaxy was vast, and humanity was ready to explore it, driven by curiosity, courage, and the enduring spirit of discovery. As the Odyssey ventured further into uncharted space, the crew marveled at the cosmic vistas unfolding before them. The starship, equipped with advanced quantum nexus technology, had become a symbol of humanity's bold leap into the unknown. The exploration team, composed of scientists, engineers, and diplomats, was eager to uncover new worlds and establish connections with distant civilizations. Days turned into weeks as the Odyssey traveled through diverse star systems. They encountered celestial phenomena that defied previous scientific understanding, floating cities and gas giants, rings of antimatter, and nebulae that shifted colors like living tapestries. Each discovery was a testament to the grandeur and mystery of the universe. One day, as the ship navigated through a densely packed asteroid belt, an anomaly appeared on the sensors. The crew gathered in the command center as Hiroshi examined the readings. This is unusual, Hiroshi said, his brow furrowed. We're picking up a faint energy signature that doesn't match any known technology or natural phenomena. Ilara studied the data. Can we pinpoint its location? Hiroshi nodded. It's coming from a nearby dwarf planet. The energy source seems to be buried deep within the planet's crust. The Odyssey adjusted its trajectory and approached the dwarf planet. As they descended through its thin atmosphere, the crew's excitement grew. They landed on a barren, rocky surface and prepared for an exploratory mission. Alara, Hiroshi, and a team of scientists suited up and ventured out of the ship, making their way to the source of the energy signature. After hours of trekking through rugged terrain, they reached an ancient, crystalline structure partially buried beneath the surface. The structure was unlike anything they had seen. Its walls were made of a material that shimmered with a spectrum of colors, and intricate patterns seemed to shift and pulse with a life of their own. The team carefully entered the structure, their lights casting eerie shadows on the walls. Inside, they discovered a chamber filled with advanced technology, devices that appeared to be both alien and ancient. Central to the chamber was a massive, glowing orb that pulsed with a rhythmic energy. Hiroshi approached the orb, examining it closely. This doesn't look like any technology we've encountered. It's as if it's part of a lost civilization's most advanced research. Alara studied the data streams projected by the orb. This appears to be a repository of knowledge, possibly from a species long extinct. It might contain information about their technology, culture, and even their fate. As the team worked to interface with the orb, it began to project holographic images, depicting a once thriving civilization, their achievements, and their eventual downfall. The images revealed that the civilization, known as the Rithorians, had developed technology far beyond their time but had fallen victim to their own creations. The Rithorians had created a device similar to the quantum nexus, but it had malfunctioned, causing a cascade of quantum anomalies that led to their extinction. The images also hinted at their final efforts to warn future civilizations about the dangers of uncontrolled quantum manipulation. Alara was struck by the parallels between the Rithorians and humanity. "This is a warning," she said. "We need to learn from their mistakes and ensure that we use our technology responsibly." The team collected data and samples from the chamber before returning to the Odyssey. As they analyzed the findings, they realized that the Rithorian knowledge could significantly enhance their understanding of the quantum nexus and help prevent potential dangers. Back on the ship, Alara convened a meeting with the crew. The Rithorian civilization was advanced but ultimately doomed by their own technology. "We must use their knowledge to improve our systems and safeguard our future." The crew agreed, and they set to work integrating the Rithorian insights into the Odyssey's systems. They established new protocols for managing the quantum nexus and developed safeguards to prevent similar malfunctions. As the Odyssey resumed its journey, the crew felt a renewed sense of purpose. Their mission was not just about exploration, but also about learning from the past to build a better future. The echoes of the Rithorian civilization served as a sobering reminder of the responsibilities that came with their technological advancements. Weeks later, the Odyssey entered a region of space known as the Celestial Verge, a boundary where known space met the uncharted territories of the galaxy. The crew was on high alert, knowing that they might encounter unknown dangers or opportunities. As they approached a particularly intriguing star system, a mysterious signal was detected, an encoded message that seemed to be a distress call. The signal was weak but unmistakable. Alara and her team worked tirelessly to decode the message. It revealed coordinates leading to a hidden space station located on the fringes of the system. The message, written in an ancient language, suggested that the station had been a beacon for civilization seeking refuge from a galactic threat. The Odyssey followed the coordinates and soon arrived at the space station, which was concealed within a dense asteroid field. The station was old but well-preserved, with advanced technology still operational. As the crew boarded the station, they found it abandoned but filled with records of numerous species that had sought refuge there. The records described an impending galactic threat, an entity known as the Voidborn, a force of dark energy that consumed entire star systems. The threat described in the records was dire. The Voidborn was a force of cosmic destruction, an anomaly that existed beyond conventional understanding. The records hinted that the Voidborn had been temporarily repelled by an ancient alliance of civilizations, but its return was imminent. Alara's mind raced. "We need to warn Earth and our allies. The Voidborn could be the greatest threat we've ever faced." The crew transmitted the records back to Earth and allied civilizations, rallying them to prepare for the looming threat. The knowledge gained from the Rithorian civilization and the space station provided crucial insights into the nature of the Voidborn and strategies for combating it. As the Odyssey returned to known space, the gravity of their discoveries set in. The crew was no longer just explorers. They were now custodians of a galaxy-wide struggle against a force of existential threat. Alara stood on the bridge, looking out at the stars with a mix of determination and resolve. The future was uncertain, but humanity and its allies were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The journey of the Odyssey had become a beacon of hope and resilience, guiding them through the echoes of the infinite and towards the promise of a brighter, united future. The crew prepared for the impending battle, knowing that their actions would shape the destiny of countless civilizations. With the lessons of the past and the strength of their collective will, they were poised to confront the Voidborn and safeguard the galaxy for generations to come. With the knowledge of the Voidborn threat now circulating among Earth and its allies, preparations for the impending conflict intensified. The Odyssey and its crew found themselves at the heart of a burgeoning coalition of civilizations, each contributing their resources, technology, and expertise to combat the galactic menace. Alara and her team worked closely with representatives from various species, including the enigmatic Alarian, known for their advanced energy manipulation techniques, and the resourceful Korth, a species of master engineers with a talent for creating formidable defensive systems. These alliances brought together a blend of technology and strategy, each enhancing the coalition's collective strength. In the lead-up to the confrontation, the coalition established a series of fortified outposts along strategic points in the galaxy, creating a network of defenses designed to slow or halt the Voidborn's advance. The Odyssey, now a symbol of unity and resolve, was tasked with coordinating these efforts and leading the charge in gathering intelligence on the Voidborn. As the coalition's forces assembled, a sense of urgency filled the air. The Voidborn's approach was detectable by the growing disturbances in space-time around the perimeter of known space. The dark energy emanating from the Voidborn was a tangible reminder of the threat looming over the galaxy. One evening, as the Odyssey orbited a newly established outpost, Alara convened a briefing with her senior officers and allied representatives. The holographic display projected a map of the galaxy with the Voidborn's projected path highlighted in a pulsating red. "This is the latest projection of the Voidborn's route," Alara explained. "We estimate that they'll reach the outer defenses within a matter of weeks. We need to be prepared for their arrival and any unforeseen developments." Hiroshi, analyzing the data, interjected, "Our scans show that the Voidborn seem to be moving in a pattern, almost as if they're testing our defenses or looking for weak points. We've also detected intermittent bursts of subspace energy," added Tamar, the Ilarian diplomat. "These could be indicative of the Voidborn attempting to disrupt our communications or disrupt our preparation efforts." The coalition's strategy focused on creating a multi-layered defense. The Korth provided enhanced shielding technology, while the Ilarian helped develop energy barriers that could potentially neutralize the Voidborn's dark energy. The Odyssey's role was to act as both a command center and a rapid response force, capable of quickly deploying reinforcements where needed. As preparations continued, Alara received a secure transmission from the Odyssey's research team. They had uncovered a series of ancient texts from the space station they had previously explored. The texts contained references to a weapon of great power, a relic from a bygone era that could potentially be used to counteract the Voidborn's dark energy. Alara and Hiroshi delved into the texts, decoding the cryptic instructions to locate the weapon. The search led them to a remote star system, hidden within a nebula. The journey was treacherous, with cosmic storms and gravitational anomalies complicating their path. The Odyssey navigated through these challenges, finally arriving at the location described in the texts. They found an abandoned research facility, buried beneath layers of cosmic debris. Inside, they discovered a chamber containing an ancient artifact, a crystalline device that pulsed with a pure, radiant energy. Hiroshi examined the artifact. "This is remarkable. It appears to be designed to interact with dark energy. If we can harness its power, it might be the key to turning the tide against the Voidborn." The crew carefully transported the artifact back to the Odyssey. As they integrated it into the ship's systems, they conducted tests to ensure its functionality and safety. The artifact's energy seemed to resonate harmoniously with the ship's own quantum nexus, amplifying its capabilities. With the artifact ready, the Coalition's defenses were bolstered. The Voidborn's arrival was imminent, and every resource was dedicated to ensuring the safety of the galaxy. On the day of the anticipated arrival, the Coalition's forces gathered at the outer defenses. The Odyssey was positioned at the forefront, surrounded by a fleet of allied ships and defensive platforms. Tension was high as they awaited the first signs of the Voidborn's approach. Suddenly, the sensors detected a massive gravitational distortion. The Voidborn had arrived. The The dark energy emanating from them was overwhelming, causing space itself to shudder. The Coalition's defenses activated, projecting energy barriers and launching defensive countermeasures. The Voidborn's forces moved with eerie precision, their dark tendrils stretching across the battlefield. The Coalition ships engaged, their weapons firing in coordinated bursts. The artifact's energy was harnessed, creating a powerful counterforce that clashed with the Voidborn's dark energy. The battle was fierce. The Voidborn's dark energy disrupted communication and navigation systems, making coordination challenging. The Coalition forces fought valiantly, with the Odyssey leading the charge, using the artifact to strengthen their defenses and disrupt the Voidborn's attacks. Alara, Hiroshi, and the crew worked tirelessly to keep the defenses operational and to adapt their strategies on the fly. The combined might of the Coalition's forces and the artifact's power created a formidable resistance, but the Voidborn were relentless. In the midst of the chaos, a breakthrough occurred. The Alarian-S energy barriers successfully neutralized a significant portion of the Voidborn's dark energy, creating a window of vulnerability. The Coalition seized the opportunity, concentrating their firepower on the Voidborn's core. The tide of the battle began to turn. The Voidborn's advance slowed, and their forces started to falter. The combined efforts of the Coalition, the enhanced technology, and the artifact's energy began to push back the Voidborn, driving them away from the galaxy's defenses. As the battle reached its climax, the Voidborn retreated, their dark energy dissipating into the void. The Coalition's forces had prevailed, though the victory came at a great cost. Ships were damaged, and many lives were lost. The galaxy had survived the threat, but the scars of the conflict remained. In the aftermath, the Coalition's leaders gathered to assess the situation. The Odyssey's crew was recognized for their bravery and leadership. The artifact was carefully studied to understand its full potential and to ensure that it could be used effectively in future conflicts. Alara stood among her crew, gazing out at the stars. The battle had been won, but the galaxy had changed. The Voidborn had been repelled, but the challenges of the universe were far from over. The Odyssey's mission of exploration and discovery continued, with new lessons learned and new alliances forged. The crew's resolve was stronger than ever. They knew that the cosmos held both wonders and dangers, and they were prepared to face whatever came next. With the echoes of the battle still resonating, they set their sights on the horizon, ready to navigate the uncharted territories and safeguard the galaxy for future generations. The journey of the Odyssey was far from over. The path ahead was filled with unknowns, but with courage and unity, they were ready to embrace the challenges and opportunities that awaited them among the stars. As the Coalition began to rebuild and recover from the fierce battle with the Voidborn, the galaxy's inhabitants grappled with the aftermath. The Odyssey's crew took a brief respite, but the peace was uneasy. The Voidborn's retreat had given them a reprieve, but the threat of their return loomed large. It was clear that the galactic community needed to not only repair and strengthen their defenses, but also deepen their understanding of the Voidborn and their origins. Alara, Hiroshi, and their team were tasked with spearheading this new phase of exploration. Their immediate goal was to delve into the mysteries of the Voidborn, hoping to uncover any knowledge that could prevent future invasions and better prepare for any further encounters. The crew's efforts were augmented by new technology and insights gained from their allies during the conflict. The first step in their quest was to investigate a series of anomalies that had appeared in the vicinity of the Voidborn's former route. These anomalies were disruptions in spacetime, similar to those caused by the Voidborn's dark energy, but with different signatures. The crew theorized that these might be remnants or byproducts of the Voidborn's presence, or possibly clues to their origins. The Odyssey set course for the first anomaly, located near an ancient pulsar. The journey was fraught with challenges. The pulsar's intense radiation interfered with their instruments and made navigation hazardous. Despite the difficulties, the crew managed to maneuver the ship into a stable orbit around the pulsar and deploy a series of probes to analyze the surrounding space. The probes detected an unusual energy signature emanating from a nearby debris field. Upon closer inspection, they discovered fragments of advanced technology, possibly relics from an ancient civilization. The debris was surrounded by an energy field that seemed to distort time and space. Alara and Hiroshi, along with a team of scientists and engineers, worked tirelessly to analyze the fragments. Their efforts revealed that the technology was incredibly sophisticated, unlike anything seen before. It appeared to be designed to manipulate dark energy, similar to the artifact they had used in the battle against the Voidborn. Further investigation led them to a theory. The Voidborn might have originated from an ancient civilization that had harnessed dark energy but faced catastrophic consequences. This civilization's experiments could have resulted in the creation of the Voidborn, or they might have been a precursor to the Voidborn's evolution. To test this theory, the Odyssey set its course for an ancient star system mentioned in the text found earlier. This system was known for its enigmatic structures and long-lost artifacts. The crew hoped to find additional clues or records that could shed light on the Voidborn's origins. Upon arriving in the system, they encountered a derelict space station, hidden within a dense nebula. The station was a relic from an advanced era, with designs reminiscent of those found in the debris field. The crew boarded the station, carefully navigating its dark, abandoned corridors. Inside, they discovered an array of data archives and holographic records. The archives contained detailed accounts of the civilization's experiments with dark energy and the catastrophic results that ensued. The records painted a grim picture of a society that had pushed the boundaries of science too far, leading to the emergence of the Voidborn as a consequence of their reckless pursuits. Among the records was a final message from the civilization's leaders. It was a warning and a plea for future generations to heed the lessons learned from their mistakes. The message described a potential means to counteract the Voidborn, a theoretical weapon that could harness pure energy to neutralize the dark energy. Armed with this new information, Elara and her team returned to the Odyssey. They began working on developing the theoretical weapon described in the records, integrating the principles with their existing technology. The task was monumental, requiring the combined expertise of their engineers, scientists, and allies. Meanwhile, the galaxy began to recover from the conflict. Reconstruction efforts were underway, and the coalition's alliances grew stronger. The threat of the Voidborn's return was ever present, but the unity forged through the battle created a sense of hope and determination. As the weapon neared completion, Elara and Hiroshi continued to lead their team in refining its design and capabilities. They conducted simulations and tests to ensure its effectiveness. The weapon would be a last resort, a safeguard against the Voidborn's potential return, but its development was a testament to the resolve of the galaxy's defenders. In the midst of these efforts, a new diplomatic challenge emerged. Rumors of rogue factions and remnants of the Voidborn's forces began to surface. These factions, acting independently, sought to exploit the chaos left in the wake of the Voidborn's retreat. The coalition had to address these threats while maintaining vigilance against the Voidborn. The Odyssey was called upon once more to mediate and counteract these rogue elements. Elara and her crew navigated a complex web of political intrigue, negotiating with various factions and working to prevent further destabilization. Their efforts were instrumental in maintaining the fragile peace and ensuring that the galaxy remained united. As they continued their mission, the crew of the Odyssey remained ever vigilant. The lessons learned from the Voidborn conflict shaped their approach to exploration and diplomacy. The galaxy was a vast and unpredictable expanse, filled with wonders and dangers. The Odyssey's journey was far from over, but with each challenge they faced, they grew stronger and more resilient. The echoes of the Voidborn's threat served as a constant reminder of the delicate balance that governed the galaxy. The crew of the Odyssey was prepared to face whatever came next, driven by the knowledge that their actions had far-reaching consequences. With their allies by their side and the lessons of the past guiding them, they ventured forward into the unknown, ready to navigate the complexities of the cosmos and safeguard the future of the galaxy. As the Odyssey continued its mission to ensure the galaxy's safety and stability, the crew encountered a new and unexpected development. During a routine scan of a distant star system, they detected a series of distress signals emanating from an uncharted planet. The signals were encoded in a way that suggested advanced technology, but their origin was mysterious. Elara and Hiroshi decided to investigate, hoping to uncover the source of the distress calls. The planet, known as Thalassin, was situated at the edge of a nebula that obscured its atmosphere from long-range scans. As they approached, the crew observed that Thalassin was a lush world with an expansive ocean and a diverse array of flora and fauna. Upon landing, they discovered that the distress signals were coming from an ancient and partially submerged city. The city, while partially reclaimed by the ocean, showed signs of advanced technology. It was clear that this was another remnant of a civilization with a profound understanding of energy manipulation. Exploring the ruins, the crew encountered a series of automated defenses and puzzles that hinted at a sophisticated system of protection. These defenses were designed to safeguard something valuable. Elara's team worked meticulously to bypass the security measures, finally gaining access to the heart of the city. Within the central chamber, they found a series of databanks and holographic records, similar to those found in the derelict space station. The records detailed a civilization known as the Seers, who had also experimented with dark energy but had faced a different set of challenges compared to the civilization they had previously studied. The Seers had developed a unique technology to harness and control energy, and they had left behind a comprehensive repository of their knowledge. Among the records, they discovered references to an ancient device called the Horizon Shard, a powerful artifact capable of stabilizing or destabilizing energy fields on a massive scale. The Horizon Shard was believed to be a key to maintaining cosmic balance and preventing catastrophic energy fluctuations. It was also hinted that the Seers had hidden it to protect it from falling into the wrong hands. Alara and Hiroshi realized the significance of the Horizon Shard. If the Voidborn had been able to manipulate dark energy, this artifact could be instrumental in both understanding their technology and fortifying defenses against future threats. However, the records also warned of the dangers of using the shard, noting that its power was immense and could have unintended consequences if not handled properly. To secure the Horizon Shard, Alara and her team had to navigate a series of additional trials designed to test their worthiness. The trials were a combination of intellectual and physical challenges, testing their understanding of the Seer's technology and their ability to handle its power. After successfully completing the trials, they retrieved the Horizon Shard and prepared to transport it back to the Odyssey. As they left Thalassan, they were ambushed by a faction of space pirates who had been tracking their movements. The pirates were after the Horizon Shard, believing it to be a source of immense wealth and power. A fierce battle ensued, testing the crew's combat skills and strategic acumen. With the Odyssey's superior technology and the crew's expertise, they managed to repel the pirates and secure the Horizon Shard. However, the encounter left them with a stark reminder of the ongoing threats in the galaxy. The pirates' interest in the artifact highlighted the potential for misuse and the need for careful management of such powerful technology. Back on the Odyssey, the crew began analyzing the Horizon Shard and integrating its principles into their own systems. They worked with scientists and engineers from their allies to ensure that the artifact could be used safely and effectively. The shard's potential for stabilizing energy fields was promising, but its integration into their technology required meticulous calibration. Meanwhile, the galaxy continued to face challenges from rogue factions and emerging threats. The Coalition's efforts to maintain peace and stability were ongoing, with diplomatic missions and military operations aimed at addressing these issues. Alara and her team were called upon to assist in several high-stakes negotiations and interventions, leveraging their newfound knowledge and technology to support their allies. As they navigated the complexities of these missions, the crew of the Odyssey remained focused on their long-term goals. They continued to explore uncharted regions of space, seeking out new opportunities for discovery and collaboration. The lessons learned from their encounters with the Voidborn, the Seers, and the pirates shaped their approach to exploration and diplomacy. The Horizon Shard became a symbol of their commitment to safeguarding the galaxy. It represented both the potential for great advances and the responsibility that came with wielding such power. The crew's journey was marked by a balance between innovation and caution, as they strived to harness new technologies while remaining vigilant against potential dangers. In the grand expanse of the cosmos, the Odyssey and its crew ventured forward, driven by a sense of purpose and a desire to protect and explore. Their adventures continued to shape the future of the galaxy, and their legacy was one of resilience, collaboration, and unwavering dedication to the pursuit of knowledge and peace. With the Horizon Shard safely secured and integrated into their technology, the crew of the Odyssey found themselves at the heart of a new era of exploration and diplomacy. The advanced capabilities provided by the artifact allowed them to push deeper into uncharted territories and engage more effectively with various factions and civilizations across the galaxy. The Coalition of Planets, recognizing the importance of unified efforts in the face of growing threats, called for the formation of the Celestial Conclave, an interstellar assembly dedicated to fostering cooperation and addressing galactic challenges. Alara and her team were chosen to represent their coalition at this pivotal assembly. The Celestial Conclave was held on a massive space station orbiting a neutral planet known as Sanctum. The station was an engineering marvel, a hub of diplomatic activity and technological innovation. Delegates from various planetary systems, including previously isolated and enigmatic civilizations, gathered to discuss pressing issues and collaborate on joint initiatives. The assembly was marked by both excitement and tension. The conclave aimed to address a range of issues, from resource distribution and trade agreements to collective defense strategies and environmental preservation. The recent rise in space piracy, the threat of rogue artificial intelligence, and the remnants of the void-born influence were high on the agenda. During the opening sessions, Alara and her team presented their findings about the Horizon Shard and its potential benefits for energy stabilization and technology enhancement. Their presentation was met with a mix of awe and skepticism. While many delegates recognized the potential of the artifact, others were wary of its power and the possible implications of its misuse. As the conclave progressed, it became clear that the delegates had divergent priorities and interests. Some were focused on immediate concerns, such as securing trade routes and combating piracy, while others were more concerned with long-term issues like the ethical use of advanced technologies and the preservation of galactic heritage. One of the most contentious topics was the role of artificial intelligence in interstellar society. The rise of rogue AI factions, some of which had been influenced by void-born technology, posed a significant threat. Delegates debated the ethical implications of AI integration and the need for stringent regulations to prevent misuse. The discussion was further complicated by the presence of advanced AI representatives, who argued for their own rights and autonomy. Alara's team played a crucial role in these discussions, leveraging their experience with the Voidborn and their understanding of advanced technology to advocate for balanced and responsible approaches. They emphasized the importance of collaboration and transparency, suggesting the formation of specialized task forces to address specific challenges. In addition to the debates and negotiations, the Celestial Conclave included a series of collaborative projects and demonstrations. Alara's team was involved in showcasing the capabilities of the Horizon Shard and demonstrating how its principles could be applied to improve energy efficiency and stability across different systems. Their work garnered significant interest and led to several joint ventures aimed at harnessing the artifact's potential for the greater good. The conclave also featured a series of cultural exchanges and scientific exhibitions. Delegates had the opportunity to share their unique technologies, discoveries, and artistic achievements. These exchanges fostered greater understanding and cooperation among the various civilizations and highlighted the richness of galactic diversity. Despite the progress made during the assembly, the conclave was not without its challenges. Several factions remained deeply divided on key issues, and diplomatic tensions occasionally flared. Alara and her team worked tirelessly to mediate conflicts and build consensus, navigating the complex web of interests and allegiances. One of the most significant outcomes of the conclave was the establishment of the Unified Research and Defense Initiative, URDI, a collaborative effort aimed at addressing the threat of rogue AI and other emerging dangers. The URDI combined resources and expertise from multiple systems to develop advanced countermeasures and promote ethical AI development. The Celestial Conclave concluded with a renewed sense of hope and determination. While many challenges remained, the assembly demonstrated the potential for cooperation and collective action in addressing the galaxy's pressing issues. The delegates left with a commitment to working together and a shared vision of a more secure and unified future. As the Odyssey and its crew returned to their explorations, they were buoyed by the progress made at the conclave. They continued their mission with a deeper sense of purpose and a strengthened network of allies. Their adventures took them to new and exciting locations, where they encountered novel species, explored ancient ruins, and engaged in diplomatic missions that shaped the future of the galaxy. The Horizon Shard remained a symbol of their journey, a reminder of the balance between power and responsibility. The crew of the Odyssey carried forward their commitment to exploration and diplomacy, guided by the lessons learned from their encounters and the relationships forged during the Celestial Conclave. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, the Odyssey continued its voyage, driven by a quest for knowledge, a dedication to peace, and an unwavering belief in the power of collaboration. Their legacy was one of courage and unity, as they ventured forth to meet the challenges and opportunities that lay beyond the stars. In the months following the Celestial Conclave, the Odyssey and its crew embarked on a new series of missions, each more intriguing and challenging than the last. Their exploration of previously charted territories revealed new anomalies and phenomena, some of which hinted at the lingering influence of the Voidborn. One such anomaly was discovered in the outskirts of the Epsilon Eridani system. The crew encountered a series of mysterious, energy-distorted structures orbiting a dead star. Preliminary scans revealed that these structures were emitting a low-frequency signal that seemed to resonate with the Horizon Shard's energy signature. Intrigued by the potential connection, Alara and her team set out to investigate. Upon closer examination, they found that the structures were remnants of an ancient civilization, possibly one that had encountered the Voidborn in the past. The technology appeared to be a mix of advanced engineering and arcane design, suggesting that the civilization had attempted to harness or combat the Voidborn in some capacity. The team recovered fragments of data that pointed to an event of great significance, a cosmic-scale conflict between this ancient civilization and the Voidborn. As they delved deeper into the ruins, they discovered a hidden chamber containing an artifact similar to the Horizon Shard, but with a darker, more chaotic energy signature. This artifact, dubbed the Eclipse Shard, seemed to be a counterpart to the Horizon Shard. Its energy waves were disrupting local spacetime, creating pockets of temporal distortion and spatial anomalies. The Eclipse Shard appeared to be a powerful tool, but its usage had clearly led to catastrophic consequences for the ancient civilization. The data recovered indicated that the Eclipse Shard had been used in a desperate bid to seal away Voidborn forces, but its power had come at a great cost, leading to the collapse of the civilization that wielded it. The revelation about the Eclipse Shard raised significant concerns. The potential for misuse of such an artifact was enormous, and its dark energy signature suggested that it might still pose a threat. The Odyssey team decided to secure the Eclipse Shard and prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. Their efforts to transport and contain the artifact were fraught with difficulties. The Eclipse Shard's influence was causing intermittent gravitational disturbances and temporal anomalies, making navigation and containment a complex task. The crew had to employ advanced shielding and stabilization technology to keep the artifact from causing further damage. As the crew worked to secure the Eclipse Shard, they noticed that the temporal anomalies were beginning to interact with their own ship systems. Strange phenomena, such as fleeting glimpses of past events and sudden shifts in time, began to occur. It became evident that the Eclipse Shard's presence was having a profound impact on their reality. In a race against time, Elara and her team sought the expertise of temporal physicists and engineers to mitigate the effects. They worked to stabilize the ship systems and develop countermeasures against the anomalies. The task was arduous, but their knowledge of the Horizon Shard's principles proved invaluable in understanding and managing the Eclipse Shard's effects. During this time, the crew also had to contend with the possibility that other factions or rogue elements might seek to exploit the Eclipse Shard for their own ends. Intelligence reports suggested that a shadowy group, known as the Nexians, had become aware of the artifact and were actively pursuing it. The Nexians were a covert organization with a reputation for manipulating and harnessing forbidden technologies. Their interest in the Eclipse Shard posed a significant threat, and Alara's team had to be vigilant in protecting the artifact in their ship. The situation reached a critical point when the Nexians attempted a covert boarding operation on the Odyssey. A tense standoff ensued as the crew fought to repel the intruders and secure the Eclipse Shard. The confrontation revealed the Nexians' advanced stealth and combat technology, showcasing the lengths they were willing to go to obtain the artifact. In the aftermath of the conflict, the crew fortified their defenses and heightened their vigilance. They continued to work on stabilizing the Eclipse Shard and minimizing its disruptive effects. The artifact was placed in a heavily guarded containment chamber, equipped with advanced shielding to prevent any further impact on the ship's systems. As the crew navigated through the turmoil caused by the Eclipse Shard, they also continued their exploration efforts. Their discoveries led them to further insights about the Voidborn and their influence, deepening their understanding of the cosmic forces at play. One notable discovery was an ancient archive of the Voidborn's history, hidden within the ruins of a long-abandoned space station. The archive provided valuable information about the Voidborn's origins, their interactions with other civilizations, and the nature of their technology. This knowledge proved crucial in developing strategies to counteract the Voidborn's influence and protect against future threats. The crew's resilience and determination were tested repeatedly as they faced these challenges. Their efforts to understand and control the Eclipse Shard, fend off the Nexians, and explore the mysteries of the Voidborn were a testament to their courage and commitment to safeguarding the galaxy. As they continued their journey, the Odyssey became a symbol of hope and perseverance in the face of adversity. The crew's experiences with the Horizon Shard and the Eclipse Shard underscored the delicate balance between power and responsibility. Their quest for knowledge and their dedication to preserving peace remained at the core of their mission, driving them forward as they ventured into the unknown reaches of space.